Good evening. Happy 4th of July. I'm ready to be your host tonight. It's going to be only possibly a few of us tonight. Or just me and Breen, or just me. It is 4th of July. Everyone's out, basically spending time with their family, and I figured, this might make a great replay reading. I've never read a Peter J. Tomasi series before. I hear it's one of the best modern Supermans before Joshua Williamson, possibly even better than Joshua Williamson's, mainly because it's a father teaching his son to be a superhero. So, yeah, I just figured it's 4th of July. I wanted to read something, and I, even by myself, I figured why not go with something I haven't read before. And yeah, when it came to these two issues, I figured, you know what? I remember when this came out, there's a lot of people who did not like Clark's speech in here. They didn't like how pro-American he was. And I figured, you know what? It's perfect. So hello to Jay Lucian, who is my only viewer right now. At least the only one talking right now. I know I'm one of the people watching on my phone. So yeah. Hope you guys are having a great 4th, and we'll get this show going in a second. Just waiting for more people to pile in. For those who are watching the replay, if you haven't clicked like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff down below, that we don't miss another reading. There should be another reading tomorrow morning, and there should be another reading tomorrow night around 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Ninja Turtles will be returning back to that, but yeah, it's crazy to have 4th of July on a Friday. I don't think I can remember 4th of July being on a Friday. Maybe it was. I just don't pay attention because I usually just assume it's on a Monday or a weekend. But alrighty then. Breen's like, give me 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'll stall as long as I can. But speaking of Superman stuff, that's supposed to be coming out soon. I don't think it's already out. I think it comes out next weekend. Or is it out? Or is it already out? No, it comes out the 12th, right? But feels like a Saturday, dude. MK, what's up? Yeah, it does feel like a Saturday. It literally, my days are all are out of whack right now. Hey, what's up, Stug138? Just waiting for Eric Breen to pop in here, and we'll get this going. But yeah, I just figured I'd go live and just read these two issues. What more perfect, than Superman talking about the importance of Independence Day? Something I don't think we'll get again. At least not in this kind of this version. But hey, Amy, what's up? Jump in if you want to. There's literally only 3 parts. It's Lois, Clark, and then their kid. So I figured everyone's busy tonight, so if I read, I'll read by myself. So I at least have some content going on the channel here too. So, but happy 4th to you, Amy. Happy 4th to you, Stug and MKF30. Happy 4th of July. Awesome! I just got home. Hurry! I'll stall a little while, but yeah. Now that I think about it, this is our first introduction, our first reading, where there's no intro music. I'm the only one. Kind of sad. running. Definitely need Breen's gonna jump in, and then Amy, if you wanted to read as Lois Lane, you're more than welcome to. But there's literally only 3 characters in both these issues. So if Melissa wants to jump in, Melissa can take turns being Lois. Yeah. So has anybody else in the chat actually read these before? These issues issue 27 and 28 of Superman Volume 4 from the 2000, I believe 2018. No, can't be 18. Was it 2018 one? I want to say 2018, 2017, with Peter J. Tomasi, and yeah. So that's like, honestly, this is the first time reading for these. Everyone goes to these, talks about them, but I've never. Yeah. It's time for Superman Day, and I'm 55 years old, and I'm from Morris Plains, New Jersey. And I love Superman so much. He's my favorite superhero of all time. Well, thanks, Laura. I really love. I grew up liking the Christopher Reeve movie a lot.
Hello.
Hi.
All right.
Yeah, I grew up liking the Christopher Reeve movies a lot, and then they had who came in next? It was Brandon Ruth, who had kind of a flop movie, and then they went to the Zack Snyder, which is like really dark, depressing Superman.
Right.
Now we're going to James Gunn, which seems to be kind of going back to a little bit Christopher Reeve, but
hopefully, maybe with some charm. You know,
my thing is that if it's not taking place in the 70s, you know, or at least 80s, I don't really. That's not. I love Superman in the 70s and 80s. It's like Gotham City should always be stuck in the 50s style setting. You know.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah. The link should be in the Geeky Puppet Show.
Yeah. Wait, was it the Geeky or was it the?
No, it's in the Geeky. It's in the Geeky Puppet Show. Thing. Yeah.
But it should be in the group chat?
Oh no, he's on Twitter. He doesn't do Discord.
He's on the Twitter. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have a Twitter group thing. There he is.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
I saw it right after I typed that.
Yeah. So. But Bree needs a link. He needs a Jack's link. That's what everybody needs. All right then. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna read this by myself, but I was prepared to because I've never read this before.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's very patriotic, and it's one of the best runs outside of Post Crisis.
Really?
I'm currently liking the current run, but not as much. I'm gonna go back and probably collect these and read these.
So when was the series released?
This
2017.
Yeah, and when it came out, it like Comic Book Resources gave it a 3 out of 10, and
it's actually good.
Remember that America book we read?
Yeah,
they gave the issue of that a 9. Yeah, that's that, and that was the culture war. They said it was too patriotic and jingoistic. You know, those are the same people that had the funeral for America today.
Yeah, the ones who were saying, "Oh, I better not see you out there. If you voted for Trump, support Trump. You're not allowed to celebrate the 4th of July. It's only for real Americans." I'm like, communists.
Yeah,
all right.
Amy, is Melissa with you? Or?
Oh,
there's only 3 parts.
I could go ask.
I thought I heard her. So who's who, Venkman?
Do you want to be? Well, obviously, I don't think you can do a Jonathan Kent voice.
I think you can get a little higher than me.
You get a little help from my friends.
So I'll be Superman.
Yes, and Lois Lane, and then yes, young Jonathan.
And then there are some. Actually, if Melissa's around, there's some people in the restaurant, and there's the family of the Civil War, great grandfather. So there's not
not a lot. The majority of the dialogue is Clark.
Yeah. Oh.
He gets the super
Spider-Man levels of monologue, or not quite.
Yeah, I might get hoarse and have to tag in somebody.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, Mr. Ed.
What?
Horse?
Oh, good God.
All right, I'm gonna remove us here, and yeah, I just figured I've never read this before, and I wanted to read something patriotic. I'm like, there's Captain America stuff everybody goes for it, but I was like, I remember you guys talking about this a couple years ago, and I figured I should read it.
Yeah, when I turned in all my Rebirth stuff, which I wish I hadn't done now.
Yeah.
I actually kept these two. That was it. I think I wouldn't mind going back and collecting the Action and Supermans from Rebirth because they were both really good.
Right.
Oh.
There's a Super Son story where Batman and Clark, or Bruce and Clark, take their sons camping.
I don't.
That's a lot of fun.
Racist.
Yeah, the whole concept of Jonathan Kent being 10 years old, innocent, and not being all about sexuality. Yeah. And it's a family. It's just, it was a nuclear family, a Superman family.
One of the biggest mistakes DC has made in the last 10 years. But I would say, yeah, that or Tim Drake, one or the other.
All right, okay.
Melissa says hello.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
So he's a little kid in this one.
Yep.
How long has he had a son in the comics?
This is Rebirth.
Yeah, it's just Rebirth.
Oh.
Because when they did New 52, apparently the real Lois and Clark were off on a different world where time moved differently, and they had John. And I guess when they got back to the regular universe during Rebirth, yeah, 10 years had passed. I think that's how they did it.
And at the point, did he merge, or is he posing as the New 52 Superman?
No. The New 52 Superman, I believe, died.
Okay. Yeah, but he's posing as it with the new belt, right, and everything.
I don't know, because they've changed. They probably changed. I guess we'll have to wait till the third or fourth issue of the new history of the DC universe.
Keep changing the stories, huh?
Because originally in New 52, and like they're split by Mr. Mystic Plitzik, and then the other one died, and they're fighting against this other third like Superman like sun energy thing. So he ended up taking his place, on a whole new Earth and stuff.
What a nice drawing, though. Aren't the trees and everything pretty?
Yep. Jonathan's just wearing his little jeans, and he has his little zipper hoodie like you see at Walmart.
So he just bought like some Superman merch.
Yeah, this and Super Sons are probably the best DC Superman content since Post Crisis.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'd give you that.
Yeah. All right.
He did a good job drawing someone who looks more like a kid trying to fly. Like he hasn't quite got it yet.
Phil Jimenez did the covers, but I thought he did the interior, but apparently didn't. It was a different guy.
Are we ready to go?
Okay.
Yep. This is Peter G. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason with art by Scott Godlewski.
Godlewski. Good job, gentlemen.
Yep.
After these last few weeks, you'll believe even a Superman needs some sleep.
It's getting pretty late. You sure Dad's coming home tonight, Mom?
After putting out a few more fires, John.
Aw, man.
Closing in on home.
That's what he said 3 days ago.
Just keep your eyes open. A few more.
I promised him we'd stay up. We've been up 3 days?
Madman with a box. Okay. Not good.
Boom.
And then he decided to fly in even faster? What?
He crashed.
Oh.
Hey, honey. I'm home.
Puppetine. Puppetine.
All right. It's bedtime. For all of us. Dot, dot, dot. Can't be morning already.
Yes, it is. Come on, up, get up, Dad. It's like Mufasa and Simba.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Did you see what Mom got? Is this cool or what?
I thought he'd like it. The Kent family is badly in need of a vacation.
Declaration, Part 1.
Ooh. All right then, Mr. Narrator. Who did the story for this?
Will that be Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason?
Oh, very nice. And the artist?
Scott Godlewski.
Ooh. And who did these lovely colors?
Gabe L. Tab.
And I've been practicing this. Okay. And no, there's extras in this one. And the letter.
Well, that be Lee Wiggs and Brad Anderson. But what about the colorist?
The colorist? Oh, I don't know.
He was right before that. That was Rob Lay.
Oh, okay. Did he do a good job?
Well, you tell me. Is my shirt bright enough, y'all?
Pretty good. All right, and let's see.
Oh, yeah, Rob Lay did the lettering. Lee Weeks and Brad Anderson did the cover. Lee Weeks is an artist. He's fantastic.
Oh, my bad.
Do you know who Gabe Atieb is?
Not at all. Can you
He's the guy that quit DC because they made John Kent gay.
Oh, I love that.
He's very, very conservative. Has a YouTube channel too.
Angela Marino is the assistant editor.
And he did the colors for this, or the?
No. And Mr. Narrator, who's the groper in this issue?
Eddie Berganza?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Eddie was not with the company much longer.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, believe all women unless it's Neil Gaiman. It's huge! It's got a flat screen TV!
Thought we'd hit the road, decompress a bit, make it a special 4th of July trip, and soak up a little history.
It's a great idea, Lo, but...
No worries, it's a rental.
Feels like a space shuttle. I love the after image.
Yeah, that is nice. He probably does move around pretty fast.
Oh no, there's ants on the floor already.
Okay, sweep, and then we go.
Check it out, a shower on wheels.
Okay, so I picked out some points of interest that we can choose, with the last stop being Gettysburg.
Guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, Captain Lane.
Wow, this fridge is huge. We could fit a body in here.
What? Try that again, son?
Don't say that around Kyle, son.
Or Ralph? Didn't that happen to him?
How about iced tea and hot pockets? Does that sound good?
No, it said Kyle. Remember, she was literally fridged.
Yeah, his girlfriend was.
Sue was just brutally murdered.
Yeah. Well, I mean, both are brutally murdered.
But only one was found dead in the refrigerator. I think we'll fill some of it with actual food, if you don't mind.
I mean, I'm all for iced tea and hot pockets.
Oh, it's only got one bed. Where am I going to sleep?
Oh, take it easy. It's right here.
This is cool. I'll be sleeping like a pirate, only in a big truck instead of a ship. I'll bring my Xbox. Yes. I mean my Xbox 360, right? Because that's better than the Xbox One.
Or Xbox, whatever it is at this point.
And then I'll hook it.
Sorry, Long John Silver. No TV. Please put it in the hallway closet till we get back.
But Dad!
No butts and no TV, kiddo.
You know, that means no sports center for you.
Well, that rules for me, not for thee.
I'm staying home and watching sports. Well, at least I can make a mac and cheese while we drive.
Oh, don't act like you can't run home and play your games while we're driving. This is really just for me. Okay, from the list I handed out, let's pick which spot we want to hit to celebrate our country's 200 and, wow, this is telling, 41st birthday.
Got my 2.
And so do I.
Me too.
Oh no! Wait, was it third time? Me too was 2018, right?
Let me hear them, and I'll plug them into the GPS.
The Geeky Puppet Show.
Absolutely.
For what? For what?
What?
Mom, can I have my Xbox box back? Oh God, I have to listen to 5 minutes of this guy. Yes.
Hey, Mom. What made you want to take this kind of trip?
Sacrifice.
What?
Mm-hmm. I felt it'd be a good idea for us to celebrate Independence Day by honoring the men and women who served this country.
Boring. Fell asleep. Before we go to the first one, can we make a tiny detour?
And where's that, kiddo?
Well, you know how much I love water slides, and I was thinking about
Water slides?
coming to the edge.
Hang on.
Niagara Falls. Whee! Or Niagara. Woohoo! I didn't hear, Dad, I didn't hear you go woohoo with me.
Woohoo.
Wait, was that Alicia? Oh no, we're gone.
Daddy.
Hey, Alicia, I think we're falling to our death.
Ah.
That was awesome.
Want to body surf at once?
You bet.
I'd give you both 9s if I had scorecards.
9. I want a divorce.
I don't think scorecards go up to 10s, do they?
I don't know.
Okay.
Lois.
Ask the Russian
Oh.
judge.
We're at my first choice, Clark. Follow the signs for the Rockridge Cemetery.
Boy, somebody put giant fingerprints all over the windows.
I know, right?
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Entering Sharon.
I know a few artists who do that for inking.
Sharon Mass.
Please tell me you know what that's short for.
Yes,
Here
Mass.
she is. Deborah Sampson.
Revolutionary Soldier, 1775 to 1783. Placed by Deborah Sampson. Chapter DER.
I would have learned about her when I turned 6, but we moved when I was 5.
She distinguished herself as a man and fought for a year and a half with the Continental Army against the British.
And no one noticed? She must have been butt ugly.
Deborah was 5'9" and signed up with the Light Infantry Company of the 4th Massachusetts Regiment. She helped provide flank coverage along with reconnaissance duties. In one battle, she was wounded in both legs, and before a doctor could see her, she took off rather than someone discover she wasn't a man. She pulled out one of the musket balls with a penknife and sewing needle. The other was too deep, so she left it there and went on to fight another day. Deborah was wounded again a year later, but this time a doctor found out her identity. It's amazing. There were kids fighting in those wars back then. They probably just thought she was a teenager.
Later 16, yeah, 15.
Yeah. Instead of being reprimanded, she was given an honorable discharge in 1783. But she kept on fighting, this time for her pay and pension, which the army held back because she was a woman. She petitioned Congress twice and finally won the $1,536 the country owed her.
And she was rich that time.
Mm-hmm. She did very well.
In the 1700s?
Right? Who would have?
That'd be the 1800s, but yeah, that's
I mean, that's a lot of money.
it
Yeah.
was.
It would have helped. Mm-hmm.
Wow, Mom, that story went on so long. I'm now a fan of the Flash.
How is that your father's fault?
How come we've never heard of Deborah Sampson in history class, Dan?
Well, that's because they've been too busy teaching you how to hate this country.
Uh-huh.
You'll know what I'm talking about after you get aged up. But that's a good question, John. You should ask your history teacher this fall about it.
Really? I thought that was me behind there in the towel. They were just doing an after image.
Not yet, son.
And instead of making more movies glorifying mobsters, drug kingpins, and serial killers, they should be making ones about real people like her.
Question, why is he taking a shower? He doesn't sweat.
He does get dirty though, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Like, I'm sure like if he falls into mud, he still has mud on him.
But he can just spin in it and then the mud flies off.
Well, Lois would probably be upset because he'd flung mud everywhere.
That's her problem.
Well, then he'd have to use the super speed to clean it up. So it might be better to just take a shower.
All right. Say your line, Mom.
She just did.
I did, but I'll read it again if you like.
All right. Coexist. Run him over, Dad!
You mean Mom?
Oh, Mom. That's right. Pretend it's a curb, Mom. What's that bumper sticker mean?
Oh, sweetheart.
That's you.
Jeez. Okay. I'm really supposed to go through all this?
Yep.
All right. The C is a crescent moon, which signifies Islam, and the O is a peace sign paired with the male-female symbology. The E detonates science. The X is for the Star of David. The I is a Wiccan symbol, and the S is a Chinese yin-yang icon, and the T is made of a Christian cross. So, spelled out, do you think that all, what do you think that all means, John?
To coexist even though everybody believes in something different?
Yeah. Religious freedom is in the Bill of Rights, part of the First Amendment.
It's part of something Americans fought and died for. Maybe we shouldn't be so hard on your history teacher after all.
That was Lois.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Maybe we shouldn't be so hard on your history teacher after all.
See, that's what I said. I knew what you were going to say, Mom.
Yeah.
That's smarts.
What made you pick this statue to represent World War I, John?
It was the only one that made the war seem scary, Mom. Like they're running out of hell.
Language?
It's a comic book.
Is that a caption or is that a really poorly drawn street sign?
No, it's a street sign.
Oh, okay.
But they're using it as a caption, too.
Oh, okay.
5th Avenue and 67th Street, New York City.
New York
City!
So the TV show I saw about World War I, with all the gas masks and trenches, they always looked lonely and blasted apart, kind of like the surface of the moon when we fought the Eradicator.
It's Bulma.
Oh, yeah, right? It's some guy with a man bun and a girl with blue hair.
Or maybe Vegeta with Super Saiyan, because it's kind of up straight in the back.
You're speaking in terms that brain does not know.
Oh, sorry.
What's with all that paint doing on this and letters on a statue? Was some Democrat here?
Yeah, that's graffiti. When it's done on public property, it's about someone with a spray can. It's about someone with a spray can who's looking for attention and can't find it.
And it looks like they stayed up there to do it by hanging on that bayonet and almost breaking it.
People who do that, John,
Get thrown into the sun.
have no respect for the past.
And?
I really should stop skipping leg day. You see my legs 2 panels ago? They're tiny.
Hold on. I gotta go work out those legs.
And with great men and women who came before us.
Nice job, Dad.
Thanks, kiddo.
Next stop, the city of brotherly love. Clark probably could manage to go tink and stick a little flag in tile. Well, people are going to be wondering how that happened. And Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
I like how they have the LL, so you know it's her in the box.
Oh, yeah, look at that. How nice.
The alliteration.
And not Lex Luthor. Finally, Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Oh.
And the building here was finished in 1753 and it became the main assembly place of the Second Continental Congress from 1775 to 1783. And it was the site of the Constitutional Convention in the summer of 1787. Yeah, the place where politicians did the easy work and none of the fighting.
No, I'm totally not Cyborg.
Yay!
I'm just here in Philadelphia.
And that's totally not Donny Cates in the orange.
Nothing easy about debating and ratifying the Declaration of Independence in the United States Constitution. They weren't written by marble statues. These were real guys, flesh and blood, brave men who had a lot to lose. The politicians back then were putting their lives on the line for their beliefs. Like Jefferson said in the Declaration, they were pledging their sacred honor. And honor is a word that means a lot to a person who believes and lives by it, John. Once they signed those documents, they were committing treason, and the British hanged treasonous men. May want to check the roof for water damage, Ranger.
I haven't seen any signs of water trouble. What do you have X-ray vision or something?
Don't I wish?
Crab fries, the gobbler, pho, fried cheese curds, cheesesteak, tomato pie, stromboli, roast pork sandwich, salted roasted beets, everything I want to eat right now.
Right? Just all of it on one plate.
Italian hoagies, snapper car soup.
Why is it car soup?
Snapper Carr, don't you know that guy? He was the news reporter and the Justice League Adventures. He's also part of the Justice League back in the day. He was there like our human friend.
That's nice. So he
also,
has
we got Scrapple. So many things to eat here.
Hey, John, hold up. We're having a guest for dinner. His name's Ryan Duffy.
Hey, you kid.
I don't know, Dad. I'm not into cannibalism.
This looks good. Serves lots of different food.
Well, that's fine by me.
Look, there's Angleton in a yellow shirt over there on the left.
Mm-hmm. That lady is not happy at the kid just throwing French fries everywhere.
What does he notice?
His arms. I'm surprised you can lift them.
Table for 4, please.
We have the right not to serve him and upset our other dining customers. We see him on the street all the time around here. This isn't a shelter.
I'm out. Your boy doesn't need to hear this.
Yes, he does.
You're causing a scene, sir, and I'm late for my Chesterfield break.
Oh, she looks like that celebrity for Starlight, the one from The Boys.
I mean, if he's somebody who harasses people, locals might know that.
Actually, you are, ma'am. Your wall's filled with movie and TV stars who've done nothing of real value for you. And I don't see a single picture of me. And you have no problem tossing out a man who served his country and came back without his legs. Yes, that is Puppeteen.
He left some.
Pardon me for saying, but this Marine's picture, along with a few other Philly vets, should be covering this wall.
Here you go. Enjoy your dinner.
We will.
Excuse me while I hit the head.
Hit the head.
He means the bathroom.
He's gonna hit his head in the bathroom?
I hope not. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Some people seem really happy by what you said. Some people look angry, Dad.
It's because some people don't look deep enough and don't have any empathy.
What's empathy? Apathy? What?
No, a lot of people have apathy.
It means understanding, putting yourself in someone's place.
He does have legs.
They're just not working legs.
They just don't work very well. Figured it'd be nice to sit without the wheelchair for a choke down with you folks. Oh, you don't have to do that. Not by I want to.
Hey, Mr. Duffy, where'd you get hurt?
The legs. John, that's not a polite question at dinner. It's okay, Mrs. Lane. It was.
What?
Am I Clark Lane now? What?
Wasn't that reporter, right? Lane? But she got married, I thought I heard.
Should be Mrs. Kent.
Miss.
They put her name down there. They forgot to put her name as Kent, even though, or Lois Lane Kent. You know.
Oh yeah, I didn't know who she married. So who's the guy she married? Oh wait, your name fella? Clark Lane. Okay, gotcha. It's okay, Mrs. Kent. That's his mom. Which would also be true. Who was at the Battle of the Alpha? I was with the 15th Marine Expedition Unit in one of the first battles of the 2003 Iraq War.
If you listen closer, you can hear the fireworks outside.
Yeah, I know. There it was. My mission was to capture gas and petroleum platforms in the Alpha Peninsula intact before Iraqi forces could sabotage and blow them up. A T-55 tank shell hit close. No cover. Shrapnel took my legs. What about you folks? Oh, we work for the Daily Planet, Metropolis.
And I go to school.
You get the most important job of all, John. That was a great dinner. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Hey, you. Hold up there.
How'd you like that? You offered me a job. Dishwasher. On weekdays. Starting tomorrow. Thanks, Kent family.
No, thank you, Ryan. May want to turn that marshmallow, John. John.
Man in a box. Man in a box.
Honey, what if he falls into the fire? Well, fortunately, he's got superpowers.
It will mean literally nothing.
Yeah, man in a box. Xbox.
Serp by the looks of it?
Want to look at the stars and make out?
Absolutely.
Cha-cha.
The giant fingerprints are still over the windows.
Yeah. And now on the moon.
Clink. 2Ks.
Oh, yeah.
Beep, beep, beep.
Leak transponder. I have to.
I know.
Beep, beep. Beep.
Be back soon.
Be safe. Remember, Washington, D.C. tomorrow.
I'll be back for breakfast. Promise.
On to issue 28.
Oh, that's an interesting cover.
Him holding the flag with all the different soldiers over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Wars, World War II, World War I.
Mm. Hmm? What?
What?
Mm.
Whoa!
Hey there, Smallville.
Hey, Dan! Oh, where are we at? We're flying.
Oh, wait, that's right, I fly.
I'm Han Solo, and you're Chewie, Mom. More power to the rear shields.
I think you meant General Leia.
Morning, sleepyheads. Figured we'd bypass the highway and make up some time. And I went to the general and saved some time on my car insurance.
Oh, that's good.
Next stop, Washington, D.C. I can smell the corruption from here.
Yeah.
Independence Day. Would it be great if those are eagles flying with him on the bottom?
That would be funny. Cuckoo. All right, let's see here.
Same people as
So-
last time.
Oh, really? Okay. Do we want to try and re-summarize, Mr. Narrator? Or
Whatever
just...
you want to do, I'm fine.
Well, then, who do we have doing the story?
Well, it's Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason.
Oh, right. And the art?
Scott Godlewski.
He's pretty good at drawing pigeons, I have to say. And who is our colorist?
Labby Gabe Elatab.
Good job, Mr. Elatub. And our letterer?
Is Rob Lay.
Nice. And who did the cover?
Ryan Sook did the normal cover, but that was another Phil Jimenez cover.
Oh, okay. It did look a little different, right? Let's see. And who is the assistant editor?
Andrew Marino.
Oh, right. And the group editor?
Well, that'd be Eddie. I want to grab you, Berganza.
I don't think you need a group of editors. And then how are they one person?
How about a group of editors?
United States Capitol Building.
Oh,
What?
boy.
What did you find the most interesting, John?
Well, the vending machine had fully stocked with all of my snacks. Oh,
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You don't often see Yoo-hoo in a bottle in a vending machine.
Anyway, there's also that little subway carries senators and representatives around. Was pretty cool. They're pretty lazy.
Yeah.
But Gora, if I had a line in this, I'm sure I'd be Irish.
Like, climate change is a moral issue.
I don't want to draw? Is it the artist?
I think what it says. I don't want to draw.
I don't want to draw!
Cole built this country.
Or was it built on rock and roll?
No, that was the city.
Oh, right.
It's getting late. We've got time for only one more stop. Even though I can fly at tremendous speed.
Mm-hmm.
National Archives or the Smithsonian?
Oh, no need to flip. I know John wants to see the Air and Space Museum.
But you guys want to see the archives or archives.
We can go next time.
Is it Angel Hernandez saying, "You're out"?
Well, he's on the good guy side in this.
Mm-hmm.
The same groups are still arguing from when we came in. Wow, they're really angry at each other.
And I'm going to march with him one day after I get aged up.
Yeah, let's just not worry through that. Well, we're going to try and raise you with more sense. Well, people have the right to disagree, and doing it here in the capital of the country helps get more people to pay attention. Sometimes.
Freedom of speech is all about having a different opinion and not worrying about repercussions, as long as you're not doing it on crowded public streets.
Right. Why does that lady have a beard?
I think it's a dude.
What,
Dude looks like a lady.
What kind of repercussions?
Well, words are powerful, John. They can change the world, and sometimes words have gotten people killed. There are still places where governments kick your door in at night if you speak against them and drag you off to prison.
Yeah, it's called Minnesota.
And just as important as words are in changing the world, so are deeds. And here are some of the best.
Oh my gosh. Is that Charles Lindbergh's plane? It is.
Mm.
The St. Louis.
Yeah. Oh.
World War II Memorial. Later.
Why don't we trade off reading these plaques, Lo? December 7th, 1941, became a day that thrust the United States into a war that had been raging across the globe for nearly a decade. The Japanese attack against the U.S. Navy's Pacific Fleet at Pearl Harbor shocked and enraged a nation, prompting a congressional declaration of war. Battleships that previously dominated the sea took a back seat to the aircraft carrier during the naval war in the Pacific. Carriers had the ability to deliver massive amounts of firepower at great distances. This new style of naval warfare played a dramatic role in the success of the United States strategy of hopping from one enemy island to another. After American troops landed on islands in the Pacific, they found themselves in the middle of dense jungles, fighting against a hot, humid climate and a well-fortified enemy.
After over 2 years of attacking German-held positions in France with bomber aircrafts, the Allies launched the D-Day invasion on June 6, 1944. The joint operation, codenamed Overlord, successfully landed Allied troops on the shore of Normandy that were heavily laden with beach obstacles and exposed to the most horrid pre-sighted German fire.
Look, Mom's talking on her butt.
Following the invasion of Normandy, Allied and American troops launched Operation Cobra, breaking through the German defenses. Tanks aided the infantrymen and played an integral part of the breakout into France. After more than 4 miserable years of hard fighting against a determined foe, word of a Japanese surrender arrived on August 14, 1945, 3 months after Nazi Germany. Aboard the USS Missouri, Japanese government representatives signed the documents officially ending the war forever, known as the VJ Day. Another war to end all wars.
Dude, is it? Kilroy was here?
Yep, that was from about then too.
Straight to a police action in Korea 4 short years later, in June of 1950, and finally ending in July of 1953.
Why wasn't it called a war like the others?
Well, John, Congress never officially declared war, and from that point on, President Truman referred to it as a police action because it was mainly fought under the support and direction of the United Nations.
You see, the Korean War has been called the Forgotten War because it was sandwiched between the massive international scale of World War II and the public turmoil and social unrest of the Vietnam War. Well, heck, if it wasn't for the series MASH, no one would remember it. And that lasted 4 times longer than the police action.
MASH! Yeah, I want to go where everybody knows my name.
That's Cheers, sweetheart.
Oh.
But I mean, everybody here knows your name, so you're in good company. I mean, I hate to even make comparisons like this, kiddo, but almost 37,000 Americans were killed in only 3 years of the Korean War. Over 58,000 Americans were killed from March of 1965 until April of 1975 in Vietnam. Not to mention the devastating civilian casualties, which make our dead look like a drop in the bucket. I never understood how the history books and popular culture have glossed over it.
Because there's no proof and nobody, so it doesn't happen. Well, I'm sure the men and women who served in the Korean War have never forgotten it. Who won, Dad?
On July 27th, 1953, an armistice was signed separating North and South Korea by a demilitarized zone. But no peace accords ever been signed, and technically, a state of war still exists between the two Koreas. While just around the bend here, a black granite wall finally brought a sense of closure to a lot of American lives.
Especially to my own father, who, until he came here, never spoke about his older brother who died in the Mayaguez incident, which ended up being classified as the last battle of the Vietnam War. He died in a hail of gunfire on a beach in Koh Tang after his helicopter crashed just offshore in the rescue attempt of the Mayaguez merchant ship crew, who were taken prisoner by the Khmer Rouge. Kurt Lane was his name. He died trying to save others. And inspired my father, General Samuel Lane, to join the Marines and serve his country. Rest in peace, Uncle Kurt. You're in the company of heroes. Dear Lord.
Yep.
Our next stop was the Lincoln Memorial, where we read the Gettysburg Address aloud in the South Chamber. Those immortal words pointing us toward our final destination on this weekend of independence. The Gettysburg National Military Park.
Don't let go!
I won't!
I think he can only jump at this point.
Maybe. He runs really fast. Well, according to the Civil War Trust website, this statue's of Brigadier General Governor K. Warren, who came up here on July 2nd, 1863, to assess the situation and found Little Round Top completely undefended. He requested immediate assistance because he realized its position was more important since much of the hill was cleared of trees and could better accommodate troops. It says strategically, Little Round Top held the key to the growing battle. If the Southern troops could take and hold the hill, they would theoretically roll up on the entire Union line and win the day.
And that desperate bayonet counterattack led by Colonel Joshua Chamberlain of the 20th Maine stopped the Confederate assault. It was one of the key factors of saving the Army of the Potomac and winning the Battle of Gettysburg.
You remembered that because of the movie Gettysburg.
Best scene in the film. Harrowing. Jeff Daniels as Chamberlain was great.
How long did the war last, Dad?
From 1861 to 1865.
I love how the fireworks sound like gunshots, so it helps us with the story.
Yep.
The war's still going on!
No.
Feels strange walking on an old battlefield knowing there were dead soldiers lying around.
That's why we're speaking quietly out of respect for all those young men who gave their lives here, John.
Oh! I wish I would have known that.
Well, that is pretty quiet for you.
It's like you can almost hear them, Dad. Like some echo from the past. Papa
I mean, you're descended from a super. You might actually be able to.
I can feel their fear of dying in the air.
That's a butterfly, sweetheart.
Their ghosts still moving around. Their courage under fire. Great movie. Their screams.
This place was soaked in blood 154 years ago. Who's to say it isn't haunted? No powers. Ford the stream on your own. There's visitors all around now.
Whoa!
I think we're lost. We may have missed the Union Corps battle marker.
You're not lost. There's a marker right over there. Hey, folks. I'm Dr. Silverage. Join us to sing happy birthday.
Ooh, cake. Park Ranger.
Those igloo coolers that they've existed since the 70s.
It's got the little spout on the bottom.
Yep. Mom, what happened to your eyes?
They seem to shift around a lot.
Don't mind if we do. I'm Clark Kent. This is Jonathan.
Arnie Dowd.
Emily Dowd. Lois Lane. Nice to meet you all.
Hey, weren't you at the diner refusing service to that guy in the last issue?
Huh? Oh, you might have met my cousin.
Well, you're much nicer.
What brings you out so far off the usual tourist route?
Well, we were purposefully trying to find a few markers off the beaten path. You folks? Well, we rent a few rooms at the battlefield lodges and come here to this spot every year to celebrate a few birthdays.
His birthday is here.
Well, it's not one of us, actually.
Who then? Thomas Dowd, a 22-year-old young boy from Hudson, New York City.
No!
New York City!
Who never got the chance to see his 23-year-old? Does he 23 or his son grow up?
Yes, he was a doubting Thomas.
Dowd.
A Dowd Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
He got shot, Dowd.
Oh. Yeah, my great-grandfather is a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
which means he was born on the 4th of July.
Wait, why is Jimmy Olsen here?
Hi, Mr. Clint.
And he died on it. July 4th, 1863.
Wow.
It's time to monologue.
Sorry.
2 days after the Confederate shells rained down in Fort Sumter in Charleston, South Carolina, Thomas sent a whole group of his bright-eyed and bushy-tailed young townsfolk enlisted on April 14th, 1861, almost 872 miles away. I might as well been the moon, since no doubt till that time had gone more than 5 miles from Hudson, New York. So on that Easter weekend, Thomas didn't realize he was hugging his wife and infant son for the last time.
Aww.
Soon enough, he was standing picket duty while the U.S. Capitol was being built, one of many defensive positions he'd take while Washington was under the threat of attack by Robert E. Lee and his Confederates. Oh, God, we're going to run out of oxygen.
Oh, no.
Didn't take long for the Thomas to find himself in the thick of it and discover the Civil War wasn't so civil.
Did you want me to finish the story for you, Grandpa?
I got it, lassie.
Okay.
Bagora. Especially up close to the hand-to-hand combat and the Battle of Cross Keys. Or was it keys made of cross? I can't forget. And the Battle of Bull Run. A great movie, Bull Run. Chancellorsville. Americans against Americans. Neighbor versus neighbor. Papagene versus Papagene. Sometimes even brother versus brother. And then here, Rock Creek, Gettysburg, where they crossed the Chocolate River. Thomas firing at Confederate troops coming across the creek. He's shot in his shoulder on July 1st. A Confederate tries to finish Thomas off, but he managed to save himself while sustaining another wound in his leg.
Ow.
For 3 days, Thomas lay in a makeshift field hospital just above the creek's bank with the other Union wounded. The tattered hospital records mention, well, he lost his whole leg when he lay down.
Mm-hmm.
Mention that his leg had been amputated after infection spread, but his arm would heal. As steady rain fell that night of July 4th, I'm sure all he thought of was going home and spending the next birthday with his wife and boy while eating mac and cheese. But it wasn't meant to be. Mac and cheese hadn't been invented yet.
Oh, no.
As the rain kept coming down, until the dark waters rose over the creek's banks and literally swept away the wounded like helpless ants.
Oh, man.
Thomas included. Union patrol spent 2 days searching the area after the flash flood. They found all the wounded bodies from that horrible night, but one. Thomas' body was never recovered.
This is an annual tradition going on 154 years. And as long as there's a living, breathing Dowd, and he can't be given a proper burial, we will always be here to wish Thomas a happy birthday.
ADV, you sound like Emilio Estevez when he played older Billy the Kid. It seems only appropriate that the youngest one here lights the candle this year. Sure, okay.
Don't use heat vision.
I totally won't do that. Psych!
Thanks for sharing this special day with us.
You're welcome. I have another story to tell you.
Happy
birthday,
Thomas. Man with a pause. Man with a pause.
Why is it Clark look like he's missing an eye? He's got a scar.
Yep, and half of his arms gone.
Well, it's underneath the pillow. You know the great thing about him though? His arm never goes to sleep.
No,
I don't think because Lois can't hurt him.
I'm surprised it took you this long, Smallville.
Sometimes it's scary how well you know me.
Rock Creek, Gettysburg. Fish, one fish, two fish.
Red fish?
Blue fish. Ribbit. There he is. The battlefield lodges.
You should only have one leg.
Hello? Who's there? Did I read this in your voice or did
I ran DNA samples at the Justice League HQ. This is indeed Thomas Dowd. 154 years is long enough. Take him home.
I think that's it. I think as it goes into the next, that might be the last issue.
Do you think so?
It's not. I'm not sure. We'll hear. Yes.
We've made it to hour 2.
No, this is the same issue still.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Oh, okay.
They're going really fast.
Zoom! Gotta go fast.
So, who wants some mac and cheese?
Oh, I do.
Me too.
Action Comics 1. That's it.
238.
Yep, I love that.
Aw.
The Trump is 30 miles away. Are we there yet? Yep, now we're on to So that's it for these 2 issues.
Oh, that was nice.
And did you see anything in there that's talked about that would offend anybody?
No.
But apparently some people on Twitter did not like this. They said it was too pro-American.
Yeah. Well, as I said, this got savaged by the critics.
But that was
and loved by the fans.
Yeah.
It was a great little story. I mean, if you don't like information dumps and don't think history is interesting, then you might find it a little slow paced, but I thought it was a great story, and I like history, and I think that is interesting. So yeah, this was awesome.
Same here. I mean, honestly, nothing on there was said it was offensive. And anything, it's a father teaching his son the importance of Independence Day.
Yeah,
I mean, if you had a problem with this story, you've been raised wrong. Period.
Yeah.
Your parents wasted shit tons of money sending you to an indoctrination camp. I mean, college.
Mm-hmm.
I said and that's a shame. I said it that there's so many people in this country that just hate. And I said,
they're poor things. They've been so blinded. It was a nice story, and it was a lot about family and sacrifice and things people did to try and help others and build a better future.
And I mean, there are some people who didn't like is the fact that they want just Superman fighting giant monsters, battling. That's it. They felt that this was kind of like a filler episode.
No, that's not why people didn't like it.
No. I'm just saying there were some on Twitter. I remember when this came up a couple years ago. Some people, but there are other ones who were just like, "Yeah, America sucks," and they probably live in America and saying that too. That's so stupid.
I mean, isn't it kind of sad though, where people consider things like family and raising children and being part of the society you're trying to protect as being unimportant filler?
I mean, not only that, Clark goes and finds the guy's body, brings him back. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I thought this was a very pro-American story while being respectful of other cultures. I mean, they took the time to spell out coexist.
Lois, and Lois said, it's like, you're freedom of religion.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the Bill of Rights.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd be hard-pressed to find two better comic book issues than this.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just that, I think if this was done today, it wouldn't be as bad as it was in 2017 because that was during the height of SJW comics, the all new, all different era. It just, I don't know. I said there's something. If you had a problem with this issue, there's something wrong with you.
Right.
Yeah. They were very interesting stories though, and very, very not typical ones. Like some of the smaller heroes, like the fellow who found that point and a lot of for the Gettysburg Address. Like, oh, that's interesting. You had to do some research for that.
I mean, everything, those issues, helping in the veteran soldier, standing up for him, the guy served. And there are people who do that. People who spit on the Vietnam soldiers when they came back from war, calling them baby killers and all that stuff. It's like, what the heck?
Oh gosh, things people went through.
Here's the thing. Not everybody, like the real people who actually were patriotic, didn't wait for the draft. They enlisted during Vietnam.
During World War II? Oh, really? During
Vietnam. Yeah, there was a draft because there were people who were not enlisting, but people were given a chance to either go to college or they went or they're drafted. And of course, where does Clinton go? Russia. That's I was loving about that stuff,
Well, I don't know that when it came to Vietnam, God bless the people that enlisted on their own.
Yeah.
But I don't fault anybody that had a problem with it because it truly was a war that we had no business being a part of. No real interest, no real American interest.
We were winning the war.
Are you okay, sweetheart? You hit that pretty hard.
Oh.
Poor little Coco. Is she okay?
Yeah, she bumped into the table. I think maybe the fireworks are starting to get to her a little bit.
Oh, poor little thing.
Yeah, Vietnam was a war we were winning until the politicians started getting involved. Then and
there really is nothing to show for it. I don't know. I said it's Of course, the more you learn as you get older, you realize that that may not be the only time we've ever had our interest misplaced.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, though, but we're gonna end it here. I figured it's a little 4th of July stream. I figured get this going in. If you guys didn't check out, they had a reading earlier, Inuyasha reading the latest chapters were uploaded. So let's go watch that, and then they said tomorrow we'll have some Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's we're taking a little shift here. It's gonna be a little mini series, Tangle and Whisper.
Nice.
4-issue series, mini series. That'll be airing tomorrow morning, and then Turtles later on tomorrow night around 9 p.m. Eastern. Stuff. So
it sounds like they're finishing up the last of the fireworks in the box out there.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, my original thumbnail on this, I originally had "God Bless America," but I figured too many. I didn't know if that would get flagged by YouTube.
I hope not.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be sane and be on YouTube and speak with sanity.
Well, hopefully they'll get themselves sorted
Yes.
out. That'll be
But shout out to Desert Rose. Ted, you're alive? Wow, haven't seen you forever. Dungeon Crawler Kevin, what's up, bro?
Mm-hmm.
We got a little Rhaegar here.
Hey, Rigor.
Yep. And then we had John.
Wait,
Is this called John?
not John? Okay.
Yeah, just said my favorite superhero growing up. We had
Aw.
Stug 138. To Helium is another person I haven't seen. Wow. To Helium said, dude, he shared this out. Thank you for sharing it out, bro. Awesome.
Appreciate it.
All right, MKF30 was here too. Jay Lucian and Laura Rita or Retta. You've heard it both ways. Thank you for being here too as well. And I think that's the only other people other than the people that were in the chat or not on the panel. Alrighty then. For those who are watching on Twitch, you need to go up to Geeky Puppet Show and on YouTube. That and subscribe, because that is where our main content is being stored there. All our backlog, since Twitch does not store anything unless you're like Uber partner and have like 1,000 followers and like 1,000 like subscribers and account viewers and shit. So anyway, we're normally here.
You can catch up on anything you missed.
And if you want to help out the channel, donate if you want to donate some money or $1 or whatever, go to ko-fi.com/Puppetino up there and drop a $1 till.
There's something that we need to do before we go, of course.
Yeah?
The URC Cyborg
Starfire. Raven. Beast Boy.
Superman.
Yay! The Superman has joined the Teen Titans.
Yeah, we finally got that little shit Robin out of here.
Wait, what?
There is hand friend Robin. Unnecessary roll call.
Oh, what? Nah.
He slept through it. Somehow, I'm not surprised.
I did not. I was just modifying my battle pad.
Gotta test out them upgrades, yo! I'm gonna go find my box.
Alrighty then. All right, cool.
Ooh. Oh, very
Yeah.
cool, Rose.
Yep. Alrighty then. So that's about it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Angleton's gonna do anything on I Love Comics, but he did all of some videos. Go check out I Love Comics and check out the videos he uploaded today. They're like 10, 15 minutes long. Just play them, give them some views.
Nice. And Desert Rose says she uploaded some of her photography to Desert Rose 212.
Isn't that what you're just using right now? The same account?
Maybe? I don't know. But I can't figure out how to link to
Do
somebody's
you
account.
have
in her
more
chat.
than one count?
She might have 212.
No, that is, yeah. Yep. Go to her count. She got, horses, giraffe, horses.
Nice. Very cool. No, she's
She has
watching-
10 videos and 10 subscribers. Check out Desert Rose.
woohoo.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's horse pictures.
Ooh. Fancy.
Wonder what the likelihood is we can find a picture of Sammy on there.
He'll be on there, but hey. Cool.
Nice.
All right. Well, see you guys later. Take it easy and happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Night.
I'll see you real soon.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.